Listen, the Talk Tuah, what is it? Hailey Welch, the Talk Tuah girl herself. Everyone knows she signed to BETR with Jake Paul for the podcast. She just signed a streaming deal with Kick. So, of course, Aiden Ross and Jake Paul had to get together for a Zoom call. And just listen. We're going to play a clip here in a minute. You're going to have to just listen for yourself what Jake Paul thinks of the Talk Tuah podcast and how Hailey Welch is running it thus far.
What are we doing?
And so it's just a situation where these YouTubers, these influencers, a lot of shit has gone to their heads, okay? They think so highly of themselves that they don't even actually know what the fuck reality is anymore.
What are we doing?
Logan Paul and Jake Paul and Mr. Beast, KSI, like all of these influencers, Amp, with their fucking matching Lamborghini trucks that the McDonald's deal obviously paid for. Like, it is just a situation where these influencers and streamers have so much fucking money and so much influence and so much power that we don't understand what's actually going on anymore.
What are we doing?
And so when it comes to the reality of the world that they live in, this is what Jake Paul, Aiden Ross, of course, is asking him about Hailey and the Talk Tuah podcast. And this is what he had to say about the podcast. Listen to this.
Somebody recently signed a Kick, the Talk Tuah girl, and I know that BETR took her under the wing with the podcast and stuff. Why did you decide to start Talk Tuah?
First of all,
what are we doing?
Aiden Ross, for those of you who don't know who Aiden Ross is, he's one of the he got so lucky that he is in bed with these Kick guys because he's just throwing out deals. He's buying homeless men with one leg that live on a boat named Lieutenant Dan, a $100,000 boat with a $50,000 Kick streaming deal a month, as long as he does 100 hours a month.
What are we doing?
He gets $50,000 a month. He gets a brand new boat. Aiden Ross hooks it up. Aiden Ross has unlimited amounts of money. We can just go to the fucking state guys and we can get millions of dollars. We can get deals for anyone and anywhere at kick.com with Aiden Ross. It's one of the most fascinating situations that I think the internet's ever seen. And so when you have Aiden Ross and Jake Paul in the same room together, it's just nothing but them just ejaculating their ego all over the fucking screen. Just listen to how they speak so highly of something that should never have existed ever on this planet. Listen to this.
Why did you decide to start Talk Tuah?
Man, just the revolutionary conversations that happen on the show. I think, it's just stuff that has never been talked about in modern history. And they're really on the brink of, scientific, historic, revolutionary wisdom.
What are we doing?
The things that Hailey Welch and Whitney Cummings and some country singer and JoJo Siwa and Josh Richardson from TikTok and the BFS podcast, all of these other influencers / celebrities, the things that they're talking about is what? Say it again for me, please, Daddy Jake.
And they're really on the brink of, scientific, historic, revolutionary wisdom.
Scientific, historic, revolutionary wisdom.
What are we doing?
Scientific, historic, revolution. I need a Jake Paul shiesty. Hey, shiesty proof, dude. Hey, shiesty proof. Can you get me a Jake Paul? Well, I don't even know where the eyes are or the mouth. Hey, shiesty. Get me a Jake Paul shiesty, please. Can you please do that for me, please? The eyes are on my fucking forehead. Hey, shiesty. I need a Jake Paul one sent immediately.
What are we doing?
We are on the brink of scientific discovery with Hailey fucking Welch.
I think, it's just stuff that has never been talked about in modern history.
Brother. You're
and
right.
They're really
You know what? You're
on
right.
the brink of.
I'm a hater.
What
I'm
are
a
we
hater.
doing?
You're right. Jake Paul's right. Hailey Welch is one of a kind, babes. Hailey Welch is one of a kind.
Scientific, historic, revolutionary wisdom.
What do you think is so scientifically, historically profound about Hailey Welch and Whitney Cummings talking about their fucking pubic hair?
What are we doing?
What do you think it is about every single person on the internet making this the #1 podcast on the planet because it's goddamn terrible?
What are we doing?
What do you think, Jake Paul, it is about Hailey Welch and JoJo Siwa talking about whether or not she was single-handedly just a bottom? She was never a top. JoJo Siwa would never be called as a top in the lesbian community. Everyone knows that. It's posted on Reddit. Read it or writes. It's our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance. I will not make JoJo Siwa the top in my 6-month relationship with her.
What are we doing?
So everyone knows it, but now, thanks to Hailey Welch and her new girlfriend from Dancing with the Stars, we're exploring the tops of the world. She's coming out of that bottom shell, and JoJo Siwa is now okay with not only being a bottom, but a top in her relationship. And we have Hailey Welch and her scientific, historically profound mind to thank for that. You know what I mean?
Scientific, historic, revolutionary wisdom. And it's just an honor to be pushing humanity forward in that type of way. So I think that's where the vision came from.
I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Get it? Because Jake Paul owns Better, and that's the podcast that Hailey signed.
What are we doing?
It doesn't get better, dude.